So how do we do it? How do we work in UI, and how does my work combine with the rest of the team? So normally this is how it works. So game designers come up with an idea, let's say for an event. Let's say that we're doing, I don't know, let's say that we're doing like a Halloween event, and you need to collect something, and that's what the event is. So the game designer will come up with the idea, come up with specs. So spec is basically them explaining everything that goes through the event, everything that the player will have to go through. And then, of course, they will present that to the senior staff and producers and everything like that. And once that gets approved, that work gets given to the UI designers. And the UI designers will create what we call wireframes, which is, you might notice I have a little pattern of a wireframe on my background. But I thought I'd add this just so you can see a little better. And basically what this is they create little layouts for each screen. And it will say, you know, if the player presses here, then it goes here, and an image goes here, text, and everything. So basically, they lay out everything in the best way possible so it's clear and intuitive for the player. Then it gets given to artists, and we kind of separate the art. So, for example, for me, I would, as a UI artist, I would tackle the UI and I would work very closely to the artist, and they will create the little illustrations that will appear in the middle of the UI. Then, of course, that gets given to the developers. And this is where there's a lot of back and forth. I mean, there's back and forth through the whole process with everyone. But between artists and developers, there's a lot of work that we do together, especially UI artists. So something that I do on my day-to-day, not only with the sketches and the mocking up of the UI before I get to a final visual of the UI, I actually work on implementation. So I actually work within the game engine, and I put all of the assets that we want in the correct places. I add any animations. I sometimes even create animations and effects. And I put it all on the game engine, and then the developers pick it up and they make it work. They make it so when I do press this button or when I do press this bubble or something, it goes to the next screen, and hopefully it all works out in the end. And how do we check if it all works out? We have QA, quality assurance, and they help us test how the whole feature is looking, how the whole event is looking, how does it work with the rest of the game, is the experience still good, and if there's any bugs, it goes back to both of us. And yeah, that's how we work together.